Everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna do a movie type film again. It's gonna be like my older videos where it shows like you'll see. It's gonna be Bob, this guy right here. He's gonna try to go into a military base which is secured. Let me give you a tour. This is one of the camouflage turrets with one military guard standing here to control it. Another soldier here. One here. This is an electric fence for 10 and a tank guarding the area and some other stuff. There's alarms and stuff. Let's see if he can break in. Let's start.
I want to break into military base.
He climbs onto the roof of one of the buildings. There's no turrets, I think. He turns his head. A guard sees him.
Hey kid, get off there. This is military guarded area.
He says, "No." Then he jumped off the roof. He survived, which is good. But then he took a plant and put it as a ladder. He climbed the ladder with a shield, a leaf shield, just in case turrets come. He hid in the building's little spots. The guard didn't see him this time. He walked for fun. He cleaned the cannon. He walked again. He went back to his original place. So he slowly got up and jumped. He got up here and jumped here, and then jumped again and jumped again. Then he's in the perfect position where the guard can't see him. He jumps. He goes over a sensor. Then he hears something. He thought it was just some random bike or something. Without guard seeing him, he went in a little hole in the building. But then he heard the alarm. He didn't know what to do, but he knew he was caught. He thought. After he thought for a while, he realized that he should probably go confess. But then he realized he saw something. Behind the electric fence was something he can use as a weapon. So he ran here. But then he saw an electric baton. He took it. He climbed onto this building. The guard was distracted, so he gave him a bang. The guard got electrocuted. Then he shoved some dirt into the cannon and then also shoved the guard in so it doesn't activate. And then he took his baton and ran into another building. And the guard was stuck here, electrocuted. Little did he know there was another guard waiting there for this situation. He didn't see the guard and he began to climb the tree. So he jumped and landed. Then the guard realized that someone was here. He also jumped with the kid. Then he took his baton and gave him another smack. Dead. But little did he know that another turret was locking onto him. And that turret was the same turret he blocked. The guard eventually woke up and got out. The turret turned towards him. He was so scared. He shoved his electric baton into the thing. He almost fell off the roof even, but he jumped onto one of the guards. They both fought for a while. And finally, the kid took the baton and gave him one more smack. And then another. so he wouldn't wake up ever again. Then he threw the baton down and got ready for a jump. He jumped. But the bad part was, 2 guards were already locked onto him. Not even 2, also the tank with them. And then he turned around. Somehow the guard was alive. But then he heard something else. Well, in this situation, another alarm. So he ran up the building's ladder and got to the cannon. He forgot his baton, but it was okay. He aimed the cannon at the tank. The tank aimed its barrel at the cannon. It was whoever shoots first would win this. The tank shot. The bullet traveled and hit it. One turret was disabled. He looked under the turret. Nothing except 1 grenade. He threw the grenade at 2 of the guards. Explosion. One of them died. Another one was unconscious, knocked out. And then there was 1 more guard he had to take down. So he took one of the electric fences from the camouflage thing and threw it down. He got electrocuted for one of the 4th times. Then he jumped. He landed. Now his next challenge was the tank and the electric fence. You can't jump over it because that's the thing it was designed for. The tank aimed its barrel at him. He was scared. And then someone showed up behind him. His partner. He had finally arrived. And then they both ran to the building. But his friend fell. He got up to the tower. He looked down. He saw his friend was getting aimed at by a tank. The tank went over the electric fence like it was a usual Tuesday and ran over his friend. And that's when he realized he couldn't get in this secured base. The tank turned around, looked around for a while, and then went back. And then 2 of the guards climbed out of the tank's control system. 1 person came out. Then he saw someone else. Another. He thought that had to be it. But no. Another. 3 guards were now out of the tank. He had an idea that was risky and also very foolproof. He thought of distracting the guards with a stick and getting in the tank. So he searched. He searched for a while until he found a brick or a stone, whatever. He threw it. It landed there. The guards' attention spans went over there. They all were certain that someone was here. He jumped off the building and landed on some kind of mat. There was a gap through the electric fence. He jumped, took it, killed the guard. Not killed, knocked him unconscious. Threw another thing, another brick, and took the brick and sliced, well, not sliced, threw it at the other guard. 3 guards were mobilized now. He climbed up to the tank. He went inside. He realized he needs at least 2 people to drive the tank. Then he realized his friend was still alive. He shouted out, "Jerry, come back!" And then Jerry woke up and went to the tank. They both went inside and closed the door. Now they were in control of the tank. They backed up. They took 1 bullet and put it into the tank's barrel. They shot it at the fence. It landed, and now it was secure. Now his friend aimed the turret at the satellite. Mobilized. There is one thing left they had to defeat, and it was the tank itself. Can't defeat the tank auto communicate system thing will call other backup sources. So they had one choice left. One of them had to be in the tank and explode it. They both climbed out of the tank. Both of them fell somehow because they don't know how to climb out of tanks. They both argued about who will go. But then Jerry said, I'll go. He said, I'm the guinea pig of this mission, and you're trying to complete it, so I should go. So he went into the tank. He said one last goodbye to his friend. Bye, Jerry. Bye, Bob. See you in heaven. He closed the lid. He told Bob to go far away. He did. He aimed the barrel at something. He was about to explode himself. And he did. The tank was now gone with his best friend. And then he thought of just going back and calling 911. But then he heard something. Another alarm. Then he grabbed something, a brick. He went to the alarm. It was ringing. So he threw the brick at it. And it broke. So he ran. He ran as fast as he could. He went across the fence. Then he realized, why did he want to break in except for diamonds? Then he realized that he killed so many people just for his greed. Then he said in his mind, I was here for something and I have to complete it. So he went to get diamonds. He got the diamond. But for what cost? He threw the diamond in some fire he created. And then the diamonds, I know they survived, but just pretend they burned. And then he walked away. But then he heard something. It was like someone. He turned around to see it. Not Jerry. A guard holding Jerry with a knife, saying, return the diamond or I will unalive your friend. Then he said, I threw the diamonds in the fire. And the guard said, you did what? And then he said, I had one extra here. And he dropped 2. The guard happily took them and ate them somehow. Nom 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 nom. And then both of them escaped. But he realized that his friend wasn't his actual friend. This was a clone. It wasn't alive. It's a mannequin. Then he realized that his friend got blown up in the tank incident. And that's it. I know it's kinda bad, but thank you for watching. And if you want to see more, subscribe and like. Bye, Raccoon family.